Chaos erupted outside Swatch in London's Carnaby Street after customers fought to get their hands on the highly anticipated MoonSwatch. The disorder broke out after it was reported that customers who had arrived late attempted to cut the queue and force their way in past those dedicated fans who had waited outside overnight. The disruption meant Swatch was forced to close early, citing unmanageable crowds, which left some fans walking away empty-handed despite waiting hours. It comes as long lines began to form outside of Swatch branches in London, Edinburgh, Derry, Melbourne, Rotterdam, Bologna and New York, to name a few, on Saturday as shoppers tried to get their hands on the new release from the Swiss watchmaker. The frenzied shopping has been sparked by the release of the budget MoonSwatch, a long-awaited collaboration between Swatch and Omega. The highly anticipated timepiece went on sale this morning with a price tag of £207 but is already on eBay for more than £3,000. The MoonSwatch is an affordable take on the famous collector's favourite Speedmaster Professional, also known as the Moonwatch because it was the first watch worn by an astronaut walking on the Moon during the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. Customers congregate at the doors to the Swatch store on Carnaby Street, central London, in a bid to get their hands on the newly released MoonSwatch, a highly anticipated collaboration between Omega and Swatch which went on sale today. People camped out overnight outside the Swatch store in Carnaby Street, London, to ensure they got their new MoonSwatch. Reports surfaced of chaos erupting at the London branch after some customers tried to cut in front of those who had queued. Police and security staff were on site in London after customers tried to force their way into the shop to get the MoonSwatch. A crowd of shoppers were left disappointed when the Swatch store closed early due to the volume of customers in London. Pictured, Swatch in Carnaby Street, London, was forced to close their doors early after crowds got out of control. The iconic brands say they collaborated in a bid to deliver the best of both worlds between luxury and affordability, with the MoonSwatch coming in at £207 while the original model will easily set you back £5,000. The brands say they have drawn their design inspiration from space, to create a collection of 11 Swatch models named after planetary bodies, from the giant star at the center of the solar system to the dwarf planet at its periphery. The watch features all the key design elements that the original MoonWatch has, including the asymmetrical case, the famous tachymeter scale with the dot over 90 and the distinctive Speedmaster subdials. The companies sent watch collectors into a frenzy on Thursday when they announced the design collaboration, and queues formed outside selected branches across the world this morning as fans were desperate to get their hands on a piece. Photos showed queues snaking through streets across the world while police officers were deployed to some branches to help manage the crowds. The iconic brands say they collaborated in a bid to deliver the best of both worlds between luxury and affordability. Pictured, the watches were released on sale this morning and are already selling for more than £3,000 on eBay. The new MoonSwatch was launched today and fans were queuing before shops opened their doors. Pictured, Dubai store. Customers formed queues and crowds in the Netherlands, with both the Amsterdam and Rotterdam branches being busy. In New York City, the Swatch branch in Grand Central Station were prepared with barriers for the expected queues. Lines went all the way down the Rue du Church Midi in Paris as Swatch collectors queued to get their new MoonSwatch. Queue with a view. Customers in Edinburgh at least had decent weather and a view of the city's castle while they waited. It wasn't just London's Carnaby Street branch that was busy today, as the Oxford Street Swatch also saw huge crowds. The collaboration between Omega and Swatch has been highly anticipated and was officially released today. Pictured, Porto. In total, the companies have released 11 versions of the MoonSwatch. Pictured, Swatch fans queue in Bologna, Italy. Police were forced to help security and manage the growing crowd of customers. Melbourne, queue snaked from the front of the store and continued hundreds of meters down one side of the shopping center. The company said in a statement, Omega's MoonWatch is legendary and a must-have for collectors. Swatch's witty bioceramic MoonSwatch collection makes the iconic design accessible to fans everywhere. It's a down-to-earth take on the watch that went to the moon, which is a perfect representation of Swatch's joy of life and innovation philosophy. Speculation had been swirling for months of a collaboration between Swatch and Omega before it was confirmed the MoonSwatch would be launched on March 26. Each watch is based on a space theme and titled after a planet or moon, with all the names beginning with the word mission. Mission to Mars, Mission to Mercury and Mission to Uranus are among the different names. The watches have been designed so the colors and layouts reflect the planets they are named after. The swatches are perfect for budding Moonwatch fans, and I can't think of a more appropriate icon for our shared project, said Reynold E. Sklyman, President and Chief Executive Officer of Omega. We went to the moon, now we're exploring the whole Milky Way.